Hi, welcome back to Spreadmix TV. I'm here at the Amsterdam dance event with Xenia Ghali. Thanks for being here, Xenia.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. So you're in the music industry and fashion industry. What came first and how is it connected in your real life?
Excellent question, by the way. Nobody's ever asked it that way. Music came first. I started when I was 5 with classical piano and flute, and then guitar, drums. Studied film scoring, and then I just started DJing and producing house music, dance music, and it went on from there.
So you're playing drums already since you're young, and did you had a band also, or just hobby?
I had a band, but we don't tell people because it's very embarrassing. I was 16, but it was fun. I played guitar and drums, and I started songwriting, so that's when I really said I want to write songs, and then I discovered producing, of course, and I've done that.
Okay. So since fashion is so important for you, how would you describe your style?
Well, fashion is very important to me, and I have the amazing opportunity and honor to be working with 2 brands specifically that match my brand very well, Adidas and G-Star. I work with both of them in Greece. And the reason why they match my brand is because my style is, I would say, street with edginess a little bit and a touch of couture here and there depending on what I'm doing.
Yeah,
but street and edgy, like street and edgy.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you have your own label, so Funky Sheep Records. What's the vision with this label? So how you want to go with the label?
Well, initially I started it off, to be honest, to have an outlet for my own music. And, everybody asks me, why is it called Funky Sheep Records? The reason is because sheep are my favorite animal, honestly. I always loved sheep because they're cute. So I decided to call my label that. Eventually, though, as my brand grows as an artist and hopefully I get to a point where I've built what I want to build, I want to start taking on other artists, other producers, other DJs, and really giving them a level of support that I feel that is really important to up-and-coming artists. I've had to do a lot of the stuff myself. I've built myself up very independently. Of course, I have an excellent team that works with me and works very hard, but it's been a very independent route. So I know very hands-on what a new artist requires, what a new producer requires, what a DJ requires. So once I'm at a point where I can stop focusing on my brand and building my brand to get it to where I want to get it, then I want to start focusing on other artists and DJs and producers.
And how do you manage to walk the line between this mainstream success and the underground credibility?
Again, a great question. Honestly speaking, I struggled with that for a very long time because I started DJing and I was DJing only tech house and techno music. And then, when I started producing a lot, I started fusing songs with more dance tracks, more house tracks, which automatically, takes it to a more commercial level because it's a dance-based song or a house-based song, so automatically becomes more commercial. And my first few releases especially are very commercial. They've gotten a lot of radio airplay in the US and in Europe, and I've done a lot of license deals with big labels. So I went into a little bit more commercial sound. And I struggled with figuring out what to do with that because I really love underground as well. And I came to the conclusion that, my name is attached to the more commercial side of me, which I love. I love songs. I love a more commercial sound. And I'm going to create an alias that, for alias purposes, I can't tell you what it's called, but I've created an alias that is producing just tech house and more techno, and obviously live shows are techno, tech house. And Xenia Ghali, my brand, is like house with a little bit vocal, a little bit commercial, more radio friendly at times, but also in clubs, with a more commercial vibe to it. So
yeah, I think you built a really unique brand for yourself, and what's your favorite thing and least favorite thing about being a DJ?
Well, my most favorite thing is that I actually get to DJ. Like, I honestly and truly, I've done classical music instruments, I've done film scoring, I've done production, songwriting, this, that, the other. To me, nothing compares to the moment when you're on stage or in a club and you have that energy with the crowd. That to me is magic, honestly. I feel every human emotion a human being can feel in that moment. And that's when I feel myself, and that's when I feel alive. So that's the best thing as a DJ for me. The worst, if I were to have to pick one, is, when you're on tour, obviously, you're just on a schedule, and sometimes it's months of touring. So for me, it's like not having, my home and, my family or my relationship or my friends or, sometimes that, it gets a bit, you just want to be home sometimes. And, when you're on the road, it's hard. So.
Okay, thanks. So my last question, if you would be an animal, what would you be?
What do you think? I just told you what my record label is.
Exactly. So I just wanted to make sure if it's...
Just, yeah.
So definitely a sheep, okay. Okay, maybe you have other...
My hair, due to this weather, is getting to that level of sheepness, so we're approaching the animal. Yeah.
So my last question, can you give me some details about your new releases or upcoming projects?
Well, actually, right here in Amsterdam, I just signed my new single to Syrup Music. It actually happened 2 days ago, so you're like the first people to find out. And I'm very, very excited. EDX has been supporting the record for a while now, actually. He's been supporting it in his live shows. He's been supporting it in his mix shows. So I'm really excited to get the record out. And to have a collaboration with EDX and Syrup Music. It's gonna be a great journey for me. And honestly, I'm more excited for you guys to hear it because it's a track I'm really proud of. I worked on it a lot, and just let us know what you think, like both of us.
Okay.
What do you think of the record when it drops? But you're like pretty much the first to know that it's going to drop.
Yeah, great. So thanks guys for watching Spread Mix TV. Thanks Xenia for the interview. Make sure to check out our other videos and see you next time.